Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This is your daily go getimism number 747 for October 19th, 2016. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about getting all brand new on them. You getting new, y'all. Getting brand new. Now, when I talk about getting brand new, that means that you are doing things all out of the blue that are out of your character. Like, people are used to you being a certain kind of way, doing things in a certain type of fashion or whatever. And all of a sudden, you done changed overnight. The thing about this whole getting new thing is it's not a permanent situation. You know, you might just be getting new because you might have a different attitude today. Maybe you're irritated about something. Maybe you've been thinking about making a change in your life, but you picked the most inopportune moment to make that change. Like, you know, if you down with somebody, you partners with somebody, you've been acting as a team with somebody, you've been, you know, conducting yourself in a certain kind of way with somebody or some people, then they have come to depend on you to be that way. They have come to expect that you will be that way, especially if the way that you've been is a good way. Now, if you've had some problems with the way that you've been, then it's always a good idea to communicate that, at least to somebody, because when you come right out the blue at the most inopportune time, then it's going to look like that you just trying to get new on somebody, you're fronting, and you're doing somebody dirty. And you don't want that on top of your head. Now, I'm not going to say here, I'm not going to say that making a change in your life is bad, and I'm also not going to say that you have to seek out permission in order to change your life. However, you know, you do unto others as if like you would want them to do unto you. And the only thing I mean by that is that when you disrespect somebody, you can expect somebody to disrespect you. So why would you act in a disrespectful manner? So if you want to be respected, one of the best ways to earn respect is to be consistent. When people know that you're going to do things in a certain type of way consistently, then they know that that's integrity right there. Because it shows that you think about what you do before you do it, and you already have mapped out a plan. Even if it's not the best plan, it's a plan that people have to respect with you. If you're wishy-washy, like you're hot and cold, you're hard, you're soft, you're good, you're bad, and people don't know what to expect from you, then they can't respect you. Because it's like you're dealing with somebody with multiple personalities. Is not a good look. I'm going to give you a quick scenario. All right. I'm a battle rap fan. I like battle rap. And sometimes when battle rappers, when they're going against each other, you know, one guy goes and the other guy goes, sometimes they'll employ one of their crew to help them out with a rap. He's not going to say anything, but he may gesture to him at a time that's mapped out, that they have already practiced beforehand. So, you know, this thing is going to make the crowd go wild and everything. And if that guy doesn't do it on time because maybe he didn't like the routine, maybe he wasn't paying attention, maybe he just didn't feel like it at that time, you know, because of something that may have gone on, independent of this practice that they have performed. If he doesn't do it, then it messes up the whole thing. So, of course, the battle rapper is going to look at him like, yo, man, what happened? You were supposed to do this at this time, and we were going to set it up. And then it's like you don't really have an excuse for that because you just got new on the person. You didn't let him know ahead of time that you wasn't going to do what you had already practiced and what you had already obligated yourself to do. Now, of course, you don't have to do it, but you picked the most inopportune moment to front on him. And it is fronting because he was expecting you to do something. He was dependent on you to do something. And you practiced on doing it. So you can't do it that way. I mean, you can do it that way, but it's not going to be respected and it's not going to be a good look. So it's the same thing as when you're dealing with friendships, when you're dealing with partnerships, when you're dealing with family things. You know, I mean, listen, if it's a situation where you have been following along with the crowd, you know, going along just to get along, and people have been toxic for you, then that's different. You have the right to back out. Maybe you don't feel like they deserve an explanation. But you don't back out right in the middle of when y'all doing something because that's not the time to do it. There's certain things that you have to follow through with, and if you don't follow through with them, then you're not going to be respected. You're going to look like you just, turned your back on somebody, and they're not going to appreciate it, and then it could just cause a whole lot of problems going forward with that. And you don't want all of that. You don't want all of that. So don't be getting new on cats. When I say getting new, remember the song about Big Daddy Kane? And it came out on the Juice soundtrack. It was called Enough Respect Due. He said, you better never get new. Enough respect due. Big Daddy Kane was wise beyond his years. Or maybe it was just within his years. Anyway, good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, if you want to get respect, if you want to have people, be able to feel like they can depend on you, then you're going to have to be consistent. If you have a problem with something that somebody has done or that they're doing, or with a situation that you're in, you should communicate that. If you don't want to communicate that, then you back out at a time when people are not dependent on you, and so it doesn't look so bad. But don't be getting new on cats, because when you get new on cats, look, you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you. Tonight on the Urban Therapy with Son show, tonight, the 19th of October, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're talking about regardless of how many kids you have. Regardless of how many children you have. In other words, we're talking about people who have multiple children by multiple parents, and they're looking for love. Other people are looking for them for love. Or some people decide that they don't want to deal with nobody that has multiple kids by multiple parents, mamas or daddies or whatever. But a lot of people are in this situation. It doesn't always mean that you were promiscuous. It doesn't always mean that you were out there. And even if it does mean that you were out there, it doesn't mean that you're still out there, and it doesn't mean that you don't deserve a chance. However, we all have our preference, and we can choose whoever we want to choose. So we're going to do that. But we're going to get into it tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Urban Therapy with Son show. blogtalkradio.com/Son752. Make sure y'all get at us. And forget about that presidential debate. DVR that bullshit. This show gonna be hot. Real hot, you know what I'm saying? And don't forget the call-in number. You can call in the number. You can listen to the entire show. You have a pair of headphones or whatever. That's a good look. Or listen to it on speaker. You don't have to you don't have to speak. You can just listen to the show. But if you do choose to speak, all you have to do is press number 1. The number to call is area code 319-527-6199. Once again, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. Peace. Tonight. Pretty soon, yeah.